want it, baby, more than I want it.
They don't.
Nobody on it, baby, the way that I'm on it, believe me.
Please do. Believe me, baby.
Nobody want it, baby, more than I want it. Nobody on it, baby, the way that I'm on it, believe me. Nobody want it, baby, more than I want it. I'm up on it early, bright in the morning. This feelings like I'm performing right after a long night of recording. For all those dark, cold nights I was dormant, have to be handled accordingly. Cause those that are
Welcome back. What's good, y'all? It's Duct Tape from Upstate 518 to be exact. As soon as I jumped off the porch, I was grinding G-Packs. Know that, a.k.a. Network King. Welcome to the Quotes Podcast, where you could quote me on this. This is where we discuss quotable statements that create quotable moments, man. I just want to start off by saying implement something new. Start off immediately off the rip. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you share. Young guys, if you listening, share this with your mom, share this with your pops. They're most likely my age or my age range. People of my era or what I would say my demographic, go ahead, share it with your children. Because I got lessons in here for the young guys as well and the young ladies. Everything's a lesson learned in life, especially when you're discussing topics, well, not topics, however, when you're discussing just regular everyday issues that just go about in everybody's everyday life, you feel me? So, yeah, just like, subscribe, share, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. As always, I want to start off by saluting to all the truck drivers. Salute to all the truck drivers, man. Without us, things don't move around. Nothing gets done without a truck driver, man. Just know that. Always remember that. I'm going to always salute to all the truck drivers. Salute to all y'all. I want to salute to all the ones that are making their way in this world by doing what they, you know what I'm saying? Just grinding, hustling, period. You feel me? Not waiting for somebody to come do it for them. Not waiting for somebody to come give it to them. They're going out and getting it. Figuring out a way, finding a way to make sure that you eat and that you feed your family. You feel me? So just salute to everyone that's out there grinding. Salute to everybody that's hustling, everybody that's finding their own way, creating their own niche, and just finding a way to get bread off it, because there's just so many ways to get money. So just expand your mind, man. Think positive. Think larger scale. Don't think small. Let's not think little. You know what I mean? So just have a broader idea of what could be done in this world that we are living in today, because there's just so many opportunities that should not be overshadowed by a negative perspective on what could be done by you per se. You feel me? So salute to all the grinders, all the hustlers, man. All right, we're going to start this episode off with the quote of the episode. Quote of the episode is, "The best apology is change behavior." Now, this right here is something that, just like all the quotes that I say throughout all these episodes, it definitely is something that coincides with my life and how I view things and how I look at people and things of that nature, right? Because don't nobody want nobody that's going to continuously apologize for doing the same repetitive thing or even different things for that matter. Nobody wants oh, my bad, or I'm sorry, or I didn't mean to, or I'm going to change, or I'm going to do this different. Nah, like, actually doing it is showing me, because just like people say, right? Oh, it don't matter what you say, it's your actions in a negative light. And it's always aimed in a negative light when people say things like that to you, right? They be like, yo, oh, I don't care what you talking about or what you saying to me. It's your actions. Your actions are showing me different, right? Correct, right? All right, so boom. Don't tell me that you apologize or you're sorry or you don't mean to or not, just don't do it. Just don't do it. That'd be like my biggest thing, right? I don't want to hear that you're apologetic about something that you keep fucking doing and then just turn around and expect me to be like, oh, all right, cause you like, yo, I'm working on it, yo. I'm trying hard to like be a different man, or I'm trying hard to be a different person, or no. You have to be the change. You can't tell me that you're gonna do something and then expect me to believe it if you don't actually do it. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to say that to say this, like, don't be stuck on thinking that people are just going to keep accepting your apologies without the proper action to back it, because that's not going to happen. That's going to be faded out faster than you would expect it to be. You might think that it's going to, blow over for a while, or people are going, damn, if I just give a sincere apology, people will understand and give me a pass type shit. Nah, that's not happening. That shit is over. This is a done deal. Like, people ain't giving no more passes. Like, passes is about to be done. They say 2024 is the moment of truth, or the year of the truth that needs to be told, right? So I'm telling y'all the truth. Stop being so apologetic and just actually take action towards being the change that you say you're attempting to be. All right? That just shows more assertiveness. It just shows more. Because me personally, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. When I speak about these things and about these caveats and about these quotes and all that, I'm just speaking from my personal experience, right? I've been there before when it was just apology after apology without change behavior. All right. I'm not just giving y'all instances of what I think or what no, this is what I've lived. You feel me? Like, this is what I've gone throughout my years of life, to have to figure out a way to change what needs to be changed in order for me to be a better man. So I'm not sitting here giving y'all information or just talking your head off for nothing. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that. I'm talking about what I know. You feel me? So just always make sure to give your best effort to be the change that you say you're attempting to be. Just take action. You feel me? Yeah, so man, first thing I want to say is, on the topic, on the realm of these caveats, I'm highly disappointed in the Baltimore Ravens. Let's just get that out the way. Let's address the elephant in the room. Highly disappointed, man. Highly disappointed, man. Because it was supposed to be Lamar Jackson's season to go to the NFL. To go to the Super Bowl. That ass. Now, it would have been, it's like, there was no way in hell that they could allow Baltimore and Detroit to go to the Super Bowl. However, that's how it was looking based on, what's on paper, based on the stats, right? Now, this where shit get a little tricky and shit, because you'd be like, yo, this should be fixed. It'd be a conspiracy. However, like, if you watch those games, it's like, yeah, that shit sound good because that's what people want to say, because they don't want to believe the fact that they actually lost. But it's like, yo, how could somebody fix what was happening? Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, because I'd be like, yo, that's a conspiracy, because boom, think about it. They didn't want Taylor Swift to do the Super Bowl. They wanted Usher to do the Super Bowl. Now this shit is overshadowing Usher being the Super Bowl halftime act by the fucking Kansas City and Taylor Swift. Bro, that's where this shit get a little tricky, because then it'd be like, yo, this shit is like gotta be fixed, bro, because Rock Nation like, nah, we're not having Taylor Swift. We're gonna do Usher. However, this female still makes it to the Super Bowl somehow. Now they're calling it the Trailer Bowl, Travis and Taylor Trailer Bowl. Bro, this is the NFL Super Bowl, man. This shit is not based on a couple. Like, the NFL, and then this is where it makes it seem a little more crazy too, right? Because the NFL is benefiting so much off of this story that it's like, fuck everything else. Like, we making bread. The tickets are now like $9,800, the cheapest that you can get a fucking NFL Super Bowl ticket for is damn near $10,000. That's crazy. And that's like 70% more than what it was or what it's been. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all doing too much. Like, y'all taking the whole, like, thing out the sport. Like, these actual sports fans, people that are, like, diehard sports fans, and people that are, like, you know what I mean? Like, the ones that really love sports, y'all taking it from us. Y'all taking it from us just to appease the fucking Swifties, bro. Like, are you shitting me? Like, come on, man. Like, they take, oh, she's got these many followers, so if we just put her there, then we're going to get all those eyes on the Super Bowl. Bro, the Super Bowl already 112 million, 114 million views. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is where the greed comes in. This is where shit get greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all motherfuckers is greedy. Like, y'all like an ungrateful girlfriend. Nothing's ever a fuck enough. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, nothing's never enough for the National Football League, because y'all really sitting here pushing this fucking, and then they got bets that you could bet if he's gonna propose to her at the Super. Like, bro, come on, bro. She's got a show in Japan. The same day, is she gonna make it back in time to be there to root on for? Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Y'all taking it away from the real fans, and plus the fact that I just like, yo, like, Lamar and the Ravens, bro, y'all was supposed to win that game, bro. Like, we seen it. If you watched it, you seen it. Like, there was no way that they were supposed to lose. Just no way. Y'all held the Chiefs scoreless in the second half. Y'all just could not capitalize, bro. Like, I think the nerves got the better of him, because now he feel like niggas ain't performing, niggas dropping passes, niggas turning over in the end zone and the red zone and all that. Like, so now it's like, damn, I gotta do this shit. I gotta be the one to do it. Step up, be the hero, and make it happen. Boom, boom. Like, and it just didn't pan out for him, and that sucks. The Detroit game, like, y'all came out wilding on San Fran, like, completely wilding on San Fran. And then I did nothing the second half. It was a 27-7 second half. Like, you just can't win like that. You just can't win like that. And I know that the coach of Detroit, like, that's his way of playing and doing it. You got to make adjustments sometimes. Like, you could be doing, and this could be implemented in life itself as well, right? You could be doing something that works for you over and over and over again, right? Until you reach a certain plateau. Then sometimes you got to change some things. You have to switch up a little bit in order to get over that hump, right? Because You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that you're gonna get the same or better results. That's what they call insanity. Doing the same thing over again, expecting to get different results. That's insanity, right? So this is my form of insanity, right? You're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting to get better results or the same results and or better results. However, you just have to, maneuver a little bit different at times. You have to. You have to be able to take what you've been doing that's been working and then implement a little bit something else in there. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little more spice in there. Shake it up. Make it a little bit different because they're used to this. They're used to you doing this all the time, the same shit all the time, over and over again. They're used to it. They done studied it for so long now, they can just come through and shut it down. And this is what happens. This is what happened. That's what happened. They just did not stand the test of time when it came to like playing all 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand that like life is a marathon, not a race. You can start heavy out the gate. However, you're going to be able to keep that same pace, keep that same tempo, keep that same energy throughout the duration of what we're doing here. If yes is the answer, then kudos to you. If no is the answer, then you have to figure out how to change and implement and do things a little bit different in order to heighten your endurance throughout the duration of what we're doing here. You know what I mean? So, I hate to say, however, salute to Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to the Super Bowl. Salute to the Niners. They're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not even mad at the Niners are going. I'm more so just upset that Lamar didn't beat the Chiefs. It seemed like this nigga Mahomes cannot be beat, bro. I ain't gonna make it a light skin, dark skin thing. However, it was light skin versus dark skin, and light skin niggas came out on top. That's it. Yep, I'm gonna leave it there. Light skin niggas came out on top, man. Yeah, so if you watched my last episode, I don't know if you noticed there was an area in there, excuse me, that was a little shaky where I had to edit some shit, right? I had to edit some shit out because this is what happened. I did the episode. I posted the episode. YouTube took my shit down because I had a story in there or a video in there that I had to take out that I don't know, like they just wasn't jacking it. So I had to take it out. I spoke about it, however, I didn't have the video up there. I had to take the video down. And yeah, that was crazy. So I gotta kind of tread lightly on this next caveat. However, I don't want to overlook it. I do want to speak upon it because I fucks with this individual and, freedom men, man. Yeah, so YFN Lucci issued an apology to several people, including his family, prior to the sentencing. Now, I seen this nigga Poetic Flacco say some shit like, how you get sentenced to 4 years for killing and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I don't know what the sentence was. However, I'm guessing it's probably like the man already been serving. He already done served 4 years or something. So it could either be like a suspended sentence or a time served sentence, or it could be whatever it could be. I'm not sure what exactly it is. However, I'm not even gonna say I think. I know that nigga Puerto Flacco be trolling. Like, to me personally, he's a clown. Like, he looks like a clown, sounds like a clown. Like, He just be having platforms because they get with the right people, and then they say shit that be like kind of like far to the left. Like, nigga, you would have no idea, bro. He's probably never been in a courtroom, never been in a situation that would put him in that. And, you know, salute to you for that. You know what I mean? However, that's where the line should be drawn when people could talk about certain shit, right? And I'm a kind of associated with like how basketball players or football players or, you know, sports athletes be like, yo, how could you speak on the sport better than me if I'm a person that came from it and now, you know what I mean, I'm a journalist talking about it and shit like that. And you're just a journalist that's never been through it or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like that about everything in life, right? I think that way. My mind is already like programmed that way, right? Because that's kind of like how I feel about like psychiatrists and shit like that. You feel me? And not no slight to, you know, mental health, big on it. If it works for you, if you do it and it works for you, good for you. Like, do your thing. It's just my interpretation of it is, if you're a person that's sitting and learning and reading out of a book, I don't think that you're better qualified than a person that has actually been through it and had those personal experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't view it and know how to get through it better than me. I've been there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you've just read about it and deciphered how to deal with it, and you're good with words, and you know what I mean? You verbalize shit and articulate shit a bit different or whatever. Like, let me give you an instance, give you a situation, right? With me personally, when I was younger, right? I was in a rehab because I used to sell drugs, and then I'd be like, yo, I got caught, and I'm like, yo, I use these shits. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like lighten your sentence. You ain't got to go to jail. I mean, you got to go for a little while. However, you get a program, and then in the program, you can see your family still, and you could be moving around it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like finagle the game. Like, if you know, you know. Like, if you was a young, like a lot of people did a drug court and all that shit. Now, I was way before that drug court shit. I was busting down the door to inpatient programs, outpatient programs, pumping that shit that I'm an addict. You feel me? Which I was. You know what I'm saying? I was addicted to selling. I was addicted to the fast money. I was addicted to all that shit. However, I wasn't using the drug that I was selling. You feel me? That's neither here nor there. However, like, there was a counselor. There was a few counselors actually that I related with way better than the people that just got a degree and was reading and shout the book, because y'all don't really know for real. Like, you dealing with these counselors that be like, yo, listen, I know them tendencies. I was there. I know what you're doing. Like, chill out, relax. Then you got these counselors like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just the level of knowledge and the level of understanding between the two. So, what I was saying was, like, the nigga Poetic Flock, if he be getting 4 years, he got to be a snitch. He got to be telling. You don't even know if that's what, like, he got was 4 years. Or if it was a 4-year suspended sentence, or it's a time served and then you got to do this or that. Just you can't be doing that shit. Like, when you come from a certain thing, or you come from a certain cloth, or you come from a certain area, a certain demographic, like, you got to understand, like, certain shit that you say goes a long way, and you better be able to stand on what you're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, oh yeah, son's a rap or son telling, without nothing to back it for real. You understand? So you can't, and then you got a platform where people watch and listen. Like, this be the shit that motherfuckers just be fishing for content. And I heard Charlamagne the God say this earlier. Like, yeah, people just want content. They just thirsty for content, so they'll promote anything else. And they was talking about the negative views about who's the next co-host and shit. And I'm gonna talk about that next, actually. Who's gonna be the next co-host and shit. And they're like, yeah, people just fishing for content. They just want content. It's so much shit to talk about out here. Like, it's so much shit going on. There's mad content. Like, it doesn't have to be no false shit that you're spreading. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's mad shit you could be talking about. There's mad shit. And there's mad shit to talk about. So why would you want to talk about something that you're not 1,000% sure or very knowledgeable about a situation just because you want clout and shit like that? That shit, bro. Once again, era of clout. This is what we're stuck in. It's a terrible thing. However, it's real. It's real. People don't care about shit. They just want the views. They just want the clout. You know what I mean? And that's their way of getting money or whatever. Just spreading rumors and false narratives and shit like that. Shout out. Oh, excuse me. Salute to Jess Hilarious. He's the new co-host on the Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? I think she's a perfect fit for that. Salute to her for that. That's like, I fuck with the Breakfast Club. I like it. I like the dynamic of it. I liked when Angela Yee was there. However, she moved on to her own thing. I like her way better than Lauren LaRosa. Like, no shot to her, no shade to her. However, I like her way better. Like, Jess is more of a so Lauren LaRosa is more of a she was on TMZ before, so she's more of a she gives me more broadcasting vibes. You feel me? Jess is just being herself and being Jess, and she's way more entertaining. And, entertainment is my way of going, as opposed to broadcasting and shit like that. Doesn't really seem to have too much of a personality, seems to be a stickler, seems to be a little stuck up type shit. You feel me? And I don't like that. So salute to Jess Hilarious for getting that position. You know what I mean? That's huge. That's huge for the culture, and that's huge for her career. So I just look forward to it. It's very dope. And yeah, so salute to her and salute to them. All right, I'm gonna speak on this next caveat where, before we was talking about jokes being stolen and things like that, things of that nature. So Monique revealed that one of her jokes was used in the movie White Chicks.
I got one.
Tell it, child. Tell it.
Remember White Chicks?
Yeah, I saw that movie, child.
Where they blew the powder?
I saw that with you and Ricky Smiley, right?
Please. Your mama's so old. The squirt powdered milk out of titties.
Yo, so that's crazy. And that was a really White Chicks is heavy in the culture. White Chicks is a staple when it comes to comedy from the Wayans brothers and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I think that was an iconic movie. I think that was an iconic moment. And to see that it came from her, I think that's pretty dope. It's kind of I don't know how people, you know what I mean? Some people could take it as flattery. Some people could take it as, you know what I mean, you're stealing my shit or whatever. However, if I could take your move or your idea or something that you've done in the past, kind of like how they redo these songs and redo music and reinvent the person. If I could take your shit and take it to the next level, that's kind of you know what I mean? That's showing some sort of respect, I would say. I would think, you know what I mean? I took it from where you had it at, and it didn't really, not to say that it didn't do much, it didn't have more of an impact. However, a lot of people that grew up around that time of white chicks and all that shit, they didn't know, not to say they didn't know of Monique. However, they may have not have known that joke because you could see that was kind of like in a old setting. Like, so that's like reinventing it. That's bringing it back. That's, you know what I mean? Like reviving it, bringing that thing back to life. So, I mean, that's how I look at shit like that in that aspect. Like, I think that was just them kind of like breathing life back into the joke per se, which in turn, you know, for people that do know, be like, oh shit, Monique, yeah, remember when she did boom, boom. And then for those who don't know, now you know, like, that's where it came from. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes too, you have to understand that people's minds think on the same wavelength sometimes. So like, yo, it's very possible that nobody ever seen that joke from her, didn't have the correlation between the two, and could have still thought of that same thing. Like, it happens. I'm telling you, like, people have great minds. However, great minds think alike is what they say, right? So I don't think it's really too far-fetched to be like, yo, I thought of the same thing, kind of. Or it could be unconsciously thinking of the same thing, like, yo, damn, I don't remember where or how I heard this or figured this out. I may have seen it before. I may have heard it before. I'm not sure. However, here we go. I'm going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you just always have to take that into consideration. Take that into account that it may possibly be like somebody like thinking along the same lines as you, not necessarily knowing how or why or where it came from and shit, like unconsciously, and then boom, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, be open-minded. Don't always be so close-minded about situations, because sometimes it don't even be that serious, for real. So, all right, so before we move on to the next caveat, I want to go to the next quote, which is, some people won't understand your words, while some won't even need your words to understand. What's understood don't got to be spoken. In a nutshell, you understand what I'm saying? Like, body language, I'm a very observant individual that, like, body language be everything for me. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got this. You could step in the room and not say one word. However, I know what type of time you on. I could just tell. I could read it off you. You feel me? And then you could be just that in sync with a person to where you ain't even got to say what you're feeling or how you're feeling or what you're thinking. I could just automatically read your energy. You understand? Like, to be that intertwined or be that in sync with a person, that's next level shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be really tuned in tune, and be tapped into your inner self as well to be able to realize what's going on with another individual. You know what I mean? So, what I would say is definitely attempt to practice these methods of figuring out how to read the room, how to read other people, because that could be very helpful in the future in your life, when you're put in a detrimental situation and you need to figure out how to get the fuck up out of there, or what's really going on for real. And, you know, just being able to read and understand without somebody saying what they're feeling or what they're about to do or what they're about to say and things of that nature, like, that could be very helpful to your livelihood. So just pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to what's going on at all times. Like, attempt to learn the people that you associate with. Attempt to learn the people that you're around that you have to deal with on a regular basis, because it may not always be like a life or death situation. However, like, it may cause your job one day. You never know. Like, you just have to always be on your toes. Just at the end of the day, pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings. Be on your P's and Q's at all times, man. Dot your I's and cross your T's. You feel me? So that's it with that. And now let's move on to the next couple caveats, which is kind of like, this shit is weird, kind of crazy. However, I'm going to get into it. So Benzino and Eminem are beefing again. For what reason is beyond me. I guess Coi Leray, it was said that Coi Leray asked M to be on a track, supposedly or allegedly asked Eminem to be on a track. She denies that she ever did. However, he says that she did. I think this shit is retarded. What do I always say? And what have I been saying? Like, people just find a way to get back in the news when they feel like they're not relevant enough, and when they're attention whores, and when they feel like the light hasn't been on them for a long enough time, they figure out a way to slither back into the limelight. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's exactly what Eminem did. Like, not to say that M's irrelevant or nothing like that. Like, however, I feel like he just don't be getting as much as attention as he used to and shit like that. And listen, I don't put that much emphasis on these fucking celebrities, man. These niggas, just regular niggas. Like, and then people be like, oh no, he would never do that. I don't see. Nigga, that's a regular nigga, man. Like, he's a regular nigga that ain't got shit going on for real. But you know what I'm saying? You got shit going on. Like, you know what I mean? You got businesses, you doing shit, you dealing with shit. But you ain't got no type of interaction with the people that you feel like you want to be interacted with or by or whatever. And then you do some shit to like try to like stand out again. And then I didn't hear the song. I meant to play it. Eminem's diss track to Benzino, and then Benzino's diss track to Eminem. I meant to play it. However, it's not that interesting. Like, to be like, oh shit, I gotta run and go listen to this. You know what? I'd be like that when Benny the Butcher just dropped Everybody Can't Go. Like, that's where the anticipation is, oh shit, I gotta go listen to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't running to go listen to an Eminem Benzino fucking diss track, bro. I'm gonna listen to it eventually, I'm sure. I actually meant to do it while I was driving. I meant to listen to their two diss tracks, and then I meant to listen to Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj diss track, which I heard was dirt. It was crazy. This is kind of like the Baltimore Ravens and the fuck Kansas City Chiefs shit again to me. Like, somebody killed this bitch, man. Somebody killed this bitch. And it's crazy to say, like, I don't like her. I don't fuck with her. However, the little snippet that I heard of her shit, like, she's going hard, man. And she's spitting what she's spitting. And her flow is tough. And it's like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give credit where credit's due. And then I didn't even hear Nicki's shit. I just heard it was dirt. So I have to hear it to kind of like give my full assessment of what happened here. However, I just don't think Nicki was like, boom. And the reason why I ain't really running to hear her shit is because I heard the album and no skips. There's some skips on that shit. There's mad skips. And like I said, this is just my personal opinion. However, like, I'm not kicking down the door to listening to Nicki Minaj. Like, I'm just not. That's just not my. It's not my bot. Like, you know what I'm saying? She made some tough shit. You know what I mean? And then when I heard about it, I'm like, yes, I hope Nicki kills this bitch. All right, because I don't really fuck with Meg. Just to come to find out, like, damn, this bitch got another leg up, man. She done sent my nigga Tory to jail. She out here wilding on my nigga Partisan Fontaine. And now she killing bitches with songs, and then the diss tracks ain't equivalent, man. I ain't no hater, so it's like, damn, this bitch won again, man. She's winning again. And I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta like you to give you praise or to big you up. You know what I'm saying? However, nonetheless, I still don't like you. Like, let's be clear about that. Still don't fuck with you. However, if you're doing good and you going off and, you know what I mean, you make a noise the way you do, then, you know, salute to you. Hate to say it. However, like, come on, Nicki, man. Fuck, man. Like, you just gotta get their shit together. You can't be letting this bitch step on y'all like that. You talking this Bigfoot shit and all that dumb shit. Man, nobody wanna hear that dumb shit. You wanna hear some shit that's really about something. It's like, say something that's about something for real, man. Damn. Pissing me off, man. Let this bitch get over on you, man. Alright, so Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist jail call was leaked. I don't know why they call her the scientist or why her name is Mariah the Scientist. But, you know, whatever. People have weirder names nowadays, so maybe she is a scientist. I don't no idea. I don't know. So Meek and Drake was like kind of like coming to Young Thug's aid, like, oh, you know, it's crazy. You can't even have an intimate phone call. Nigga, you're in prison, bro. You're in jail. Every phone call is recorded. I guess it was an intimate, like maybe some phone sex type shit. Bro, you're in jail. Every phone call is recorded. You're a major superstar. What in your right mind thinks that somebody is not going to leak that shit? They're a fucking low paid bullshit, low life ass correctional officer that has nothing going for them. That's their ticket. They probably sold that phone call for like 2 years' salary. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Think about this shit. And then they go, oh, this good, man. People do ever sacrifice their own motherfucking integrity for money. The fuck is it to take a recording of a high profile incarcerated individual and fucking leak the tape to somebody for some bread? Like, it takes nothing to do that. This shit was crazy when motherfuckers was leaking King Von's like autopsy picture. The doctor leaked the shit. Yeah, he's a high profile individual. Took a picture of the nigga on the fucking slab. Rigor mortis is setting in, and that's wild. That's crazy as fuck. Like, nobody ever talks about that shit. What happened to that nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares, especially when they find an opportunity to fucking get some bread for themselves. They don't give a fuck about you or how you feel about it or what you gonna think about it. They thinking about how to get to that next bag. They're compromising their integrity. They're compromising everything they may stand for or may not stand for, or what you stand for. Fuck what you stand for. They don't care. They don't care. Like, people just don't give a fuck. So it doesn't come as a surprise to me that happened. Like, I don't know why everybody's so like, oh my God, I can't believe that shit. That's crazy. Why would they do that? Bro, people don't care, bro. People really don't care for real. So it don't come as no surprise to me. Just saying, like, yeah, they leaked the shit, and what? So ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, oh, it should be privacy. People should care. People don't care. Ain't no privacy in jail. You know that. You know, like, you know that shit. Ain't no privacy. Ain't no privacy. That's it. Period. Like, ain't none. So now we're sitting here trying to, oh, nah, man. Ain't no privacy. There never has been. There never will be any type of privacy in jails and when you're incarcerated. It's just not gonna happen. So you're wasting your breath for real. Like at the end of the day. All right, we're gonna go to another quote. Which one should I do? Let's do this one. Kind of ties into what we was just talking about. All right, so nobody cares about the truth when a lie is more entertaining. Lord. Yes, salute to Charlamagne the God. Like he says this very often, and I just had to speak my piece upon it because this is a sad truth. Like nobody, you could tell somebody the truth all day in America, right? The lie is what keeps it going. It's what keeps them going. They don't give a fuck about the truth. Okay, somebody can ask you a question. You can tell them what it is truthfully, and their mind is already wrapped around that lie. So it's like, nah, the truth would put you at ease. The truth will set you free, is what they say, right? The truth will set you free. The truth will put you at ease. You will be, you'll be comfortable with the situation. It'll be over. It'll be resolved. No, the lie has got my mind turning and running and blah, blah, blah. I need that. I can't deal with the truth. The truth would sit me down somewhere. The lie keeps me up and running, keeps me alive, which is wild to me. Okay, because people all day in America, just tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. Just tell me the truth. You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. You claim that you want the truth. And then when you're given the truth, you don't believe it. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose of a person telling you truthful things if you still consider it to be anything other than truth? You know why? Because the lie is more entertaining. When it comes to these stories, you're not going to get more hits or more clicks when somebody's speaking the truth. Oh, man, somebody get the lying, though. Somebody get to dragging it on. Somebody get to putting it out there negatively. Clicks and hits is going off the roof. Know that. And it's sad. However, it's the truth. It's the truth. And look, y'all probably looking at me right now like, man, fuck you, Doug. Why? Because I'm telling the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear a lie. Y'all want to hear me sit up here and lie to y'all. Not doing it. You go to somewhere else. You go to another channel. You go to another goddamn platform, man. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to y'all. Ain't going to be nothing but the truth, man. My truth. You know what I'm saying? My truth might not be your truth. You know what I mean? And then that's what gets more entertaining to you because my truth is not your truth. So it's like, oh, nah, he ain't that nigga lying. You know what I mean? Or you might want to go ahead and spread a lie because you want more engagement from other individuals or other people or whatever. So, you know what I mean? Be like, oh, yeah, he said this, but that ain't it. It's this. And then that sounds more enticing. Oh, shit, damn, it's that. You know, yeah, that sound about right, man. I don't know what Doug talking about. Doug talking about some shit that can't be it, man. No, it's the truth. However, that's not entertaining to you. The lie is what entertains you. It's what keeps your mind going. What keeps your heart pumping. What keeps your fucking blood flowing. Right? Because let's be real. People can't live without conflict. There are some people in this world today that just cannot live without conflict. They need some sort of turmoil to be going on in their life in order for them to have a daily function. They have to wake up screaming, yelling, bitching, complaining, or their day won't go right. And this is, once again, the truth. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to understand that. Nobody wants to deal with the truth. However, the truth is the truth. And the truth is out here truthing. To be truthful, truthfully said. You feel me? So yeah, next caveat, right? A California woman was caught with stolen products in the amount of about $2,500. Just guess. Just guess. Just guess what it was. I'm gonna give y'all a second. Just guess of what the product was that this California woman was caught with, all this stolen items that amounted to about $2,500. Could you guess? Can anybody guess? Anybody guess? Anybody? Nobody? Fucking Stanley Cups. I told y'all, people are willing to ruin their lives, completely ruin their lives. The last episode, or maybe the one before that, I told you this woman was about to sell her daughter for a Valentine's Day edition or Starbucks edition Stanley Cup. Was going to get rid of her child. Okay? This woman is risking her freedom. Granted, it could have been a crazy flip. It could have been a crazy flip, man. I get it. But people out here risking their lives, man, and their livelihood, and the lives of their children, and their freedom for these fucking Stanley Cups, man. Like, yo, shit, man. A new epidemic comes in all types of forms nowadays in today's world. Who would have thunk, right, that the next epidemic of the reason why people are going completely insane and crazy and bugged out over doing outlandish things that you just have no understanding on why they would do it. Who would have thought that it would be a fucking mug with a straw? Nobody ever saw this coming. Nobody ever saw this coming. I didn't. I haven't. There's no way that I saw that I would ever think that. Okay, you remember like the Black Friday shit, like the Elmo, Tickle Me Elmo shit. I remember those days, those eras where people was getting trampled. People were dying at Walmarts and these stores on Black Friday. People were dying. That's why Black Friday. See, younger people, y'all don't understand why Black Friday is, moved to, oh, we're having Black Friday sales all month or shit like that, because people will line up outside, and when that door opened, there's only 20 items, but there's 1,000 people running for those 20 items. Man, it was fights breaking out, people getting trampled, people actually dying to try to get these items. So now, the way Black Friday shopping goes now is totally different. Like, you ain't got to be at the door at 7 a.m. when the door opens to try to be the first one to get 20 items, but there's 1,000 people running for these 20 fucking items. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's crazy. However, now it's the Stanley Cup or Stanley mug or whatever the fuck it is. I think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's sad. It's sad that people are like, will go to great lengths to get these things or do these things that are so harmful to your everyday living. However, reality is reality, and this is the shit we have to live with. Let's just be clear. Okay? So this one I forgot to talk about last week, and definitely got to talk about it this week. Is this woman was on social media. This was probably about a couple months back, maybe about a few months back, right? So she was on the internet saying that, hold on, let me just play this shit.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
Now, when that first dropped, let me tell you, I'm looking at this shit like, damn, that's wild. Like, whew, that's wild. that shit looked like it hurt. That had to hurt. That is terrible. Like, damn. And then instantly I thought, like, damn, it had to been something other than you just didn't want to give old boy your phone number, because one, I'm like, damn, she not really even not like bad or nothing. Like, to be like, to where a nigga flip out like, oh bitch, fuck out of here. Even though, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that it happens to the not most attractive women where they're like, yeah, somebody, I see this or heard it all the time. Yeah, you ask for my number, then I say no, then you turn around and call me a fat bitch and shit, whatever. Like, that's verbal shit. But like, for somebody to actually physically smash you with a brick in your face because you want to give up the number is wild. And then she ran with the story and then put up a GoFundMe to where she raised about $40,000 in the GoFundMe because, you know, hospital bills, this, that, bitch, she went all the way. This is a stone cold liar. This is a habitual liar. This is a, damn, what do I call? Damn, a something liar where it's like, kind of like habitual or kind of like, whatever, I can't remember. Like she's just a liar to the point where she drew it all the way out, made the report, like ready to get somebody convicted of this crime. So boom, now the police ran the video back. They see that she was the aggressor, and then I guess it was like a water bottle thrown or something like that hit her in the face, made her just swell like that. She exaggerated it all out of nowhere. Shit was crazy. So she puts up a GoFundMe. She gets about 40 racks. They take the bread back and they arrest her fucking ass. That's what she fucking gets. That's what she gets. A felony for theft by deception. So she got a felony for theft by deception, like setting up the GoFundMe, being deceiving that somebody did this to her and sent her to the hospital and shit like that. You know, that's what you fucking get, bitch. That's what you get. That's exactly what you get. This is what needs to be happening to these people that do all this false shit, man. Trying to set the narrative of somebody would do. Come on, man. That's what you fucking get. Or on, like, I'm salute to that. Clap it up for that, because listen, man, that's just to be honest. A woman could say that a man did something and automatically that man is guilty, like, of whatever that woman says, because like that's just the way that the mind is trained. That's just the way that the narrative's been going. It don't even matter. Don't even care for nobody to investigate or nothing or none of that. Good thing they did, and then they figured out that Shorty was lying. Like, he was capping the whole time. Like, that shit is crazy. Oh, that's what she fucking get, man. G shit, like that ass. Like, I'm like, you know, I don't wish like jail on people or shit like that. However, at the end of the day, like, you try to like really like ruin a man's life behind your bullshit and your lies, man. Just being mad petty, like you're just a habitual liar, like you're stone cold with it. And I think that's what she gets. Like, G shit. Next caveat, let's move on to something that I think is very controversial. I think that it will stir up a bunch of conversations. I think that some feelings may get hurt. And I think that this is the perfect platform to talk about it, because this is you could quote me on this podcast, and whatever you say or whatever I say is deemed my opinion. However, you can definitely quote me on whatever the fuck it is that I'm saying, because I stand on it 1,000%. And this next individual obviously stands on what he was saying, and it's all through what I'm assuming is personal endeavors, and this is just how he felt, and this is what he said about a certain situation. So Shaquille O'Neal was on his podcast, big podcast, with some guests, and what he said was that you should never confide in a woman. What he said was, what did he say? Never open up to a woman. So basically, never confide in a woman, because all she's gonna do when she gets mad or y'all fall out or whatever, she's just gonna throw it in your face and use it against you. Now, I kind of had like mixed thoughts about it initially, right? Initially, I'm like mixed with it. I'm like kind of this side with it, this side with it. However, like, to be completely honest, that's all that I have dealt with when it comes to like significant others. And then it's like people are like, "Oh, well, you don't trust this person." You know, you can't trust everybody. You know what I'm saying? With like the way you feel or the way you. I've dealt with that a tremendous amount of times where I confide in somebody or I tell them something, and then in the heat of an argument, it's thrown back in your face or shit like that. Like that molded me to move the way I move today. And, you know, sometimes you might want to get out of feeling that way and think that you can delve into, you know, being more intimate with the person, like about your feelings and shit like that. Just tread lightly is what I would say. My opinion of it is tread lightly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have no problem confiding with my mom's. You know, she's a woman. I think it's more so just like significant others, because, and then people are, "Oh, you don't trust your wife," or you just, listen, at the end of the day, if you and your wife were to ever get divorced, best believe, nigga, she's talking dirty about you. It's gonna happen. And then another point was made that it's not, you know, his point was like, women, don't do it with women. You know what I mean? And then a woman's point is like, all right, even a woman said, yeah, I wouldn't do it with me, because I'm definitely gonna throw it in your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's people, women are very vindictive, man. Like, they will, listen, they will try to cut you deep. And whew, boy, let me tell you, will go through great lengths to make sure you feel whatever pain that you inflicted on them, and even worse, because they think, "Oh my God, what you did to me was the absolute worst. I gotta cut you deep." Very vindictive, very spiteful. Women are. Men are too. Them is them bitch niggas though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to decipher the two. I'm not the type of person to like hold something against you. However, I know there's men that do. I know there's women. Oh, Lord knows, I know some women that will, and then I know some women that won't. You feel me? So what I would say basically is just, you got to, like I was saying earlier, you got to learn how to read people. You got to learn how to understand people, like take time to figure people out. You know what I mean? And just know what you can say to certain people and what you can't say. Everything is not for everybody. Let's just be clear about that. You know what I mean? And when you find yourself coming out of your shell to try to figure out to be more vulnerable with a woman, know what you're doing, man, and know who you're doing it with. The power to P of how you doing some crazy shit, and then you sick later, crying on your mama's shoulder, because she the one that you can, you know what I mean, talk to and all that. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. I wouldn't recommend it. Just be very cautious and be very aware of what you're talking about and who you're talking about it to. G shit. So, you know, salute to Shaq for that. You know, that's an eye-opener conversation right there. Like, that's something that you would have to really sit and think about, what you should be doing anyway. People should be sitting and think about shit before they just actually do it, or, you know what I mean? Like, think about what the fuck you doing before you do it, bro. Like, don't just do it just because. Like, that shit is whack as hell. Last quote of the episode. Last quote. Yes, very good one, very good one. People are entitled to their opinions. They are not entitled to your time, energy, or presence. People are entitled to their opinion. They are not entitled to your time, energy, or your presence. Yo, this is what I've been saying all along. I've been saying this multiple times, multiple episodes. Like, the last one was put some respect on my accessibility. Like, people got to understand, like, you could feel however you feel about me. I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. You are entitled to however you feel, your opinion of me. You're entitled to your observation or what you want to say. You're entitled to all that shit. But when it comes to me, my time, my presence, and my energy, don't get it fucked up. You're not owed anything from me personally that comes from me. You're not owed anything. I don't owe you nothing. When it comes to me, I don't owe nobody shit. You understand what I'm saying? For a man or a woman for that matter, or people like that, or that like the time, your children are entitled to your time. You feel me? That's it. Your energy, nobody in this world is entitled to your energy, yo. You feel me? Like, you could be the closest friends, you could be the family members, you could be all that. Entitlement is like, it gets taken out of control, it gets taken out of context. Like, that sense of entitlement, I cannot stand it when people have a sense of entitlement where they just believe that, you know what I mean? Oh, you owe me this, or you should be doing this because I'm this person to you and all that. No, I don't owe you a fucking thing. All right, when it comes to my time and my energy and my presence, like, I give that away accordingly, like, at my discretion, like, not because you feel like you're owed it or you feel like you should be getting it because you're this person in the person's life. No, nobody don't owe you that shit for real. This is all earned income, baby. You feel me? Like, you gotta earn this shit. This shit is not something that just is given away. You have to understand that, like, the sooner you understand it, the better for you and the better your relationship will be with these people. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you call, they don't mean they got to pick up. All right? Just because you knock on the door does not mean they have to answer. It does not mean that. Okay? Like, you're not entitled to none of that shit, man. Take what you get from a person, what they're given, and be appreciative of that. Like, appreciate what people give you. Maybe if people just be a little bit more appreciative of what is given to them from other people, then maybe your perspective would be like a little different. You understand what I'm saying? Like, stop being so like high and mighty. Stop being so like feeling to the point where you're owed something, because nobody owes you a fucking thing. Let's be clear. Nobody owes you nothing, man. You understand? So, yeah, like, the entitlement, lose that shit. Lose that sense of entitlement. Lose it. Get rid of it. Get that shit about your body, man. That shit is toxic to you. It's not beneficial to you. Understand? So now we come to the point of the episode where I just give Doug's point of view, which is basically what all this should be anyway. However, I'm gonna delve into this one. Delve, whatever. We're gonna talk about this. Not long-winded or anything like that. Very briefly, however, this is Doug's point of view, or Doug's POV. Do women sabotage their own happiness? Boy, yes, the fuck y'all do. Let's be clear. Women, you can have you a good man. However, you're just so torn up about the last man that you can't let this good man be a good man that he is, because you just think about the last dude and how he did you. Women, you so stuck in the past about what this man that is becoming a changed man, that is doing things differently, that's conducting his life in a different manner, that you can't get stuck off of 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Women, you can have a man that is attempting to do something for you, or attempting to do something with you, or attempting to do something to please you, and you're unappreciative, you're unaccepting, it's not enough. Things of that nature. Women, you are very self-sabotaging. I just want to say that. This is my point of view. This is how I look at things. This is the way I feel about it. Women are completely self-sabotaging. They will sabotage the greatest friendships. They will sabotage the greatest relationships, and they will do it almost 9 times out of 10. And they will do it and not even take accountability for it. Women, you're self-sabotaging. Stop sabotaging your own happiness, and you can quote me on this.